Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. What are the Islamic criteria for being considered a permanent resident or a traveler with regards to prayer? What are the criteria? In other words, when does one determine, or how does one determine when the journey begins and ends, and when you have to apply the rules of a traveler's prayer or the rules of a resident's prayer? Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So a traveler's journey ends, meaning he's no longer considered a traveler. When it begins, that's a bit of a separate question, and that we deal with within the chapter of Qasr and Jam, and the rules as to when you are allowed to travel. This question deals with when do you no longer consider yourself as a traveler? At least that's my understanding. So a traveler's journey ends, and he will be considered as a resident as soon as he reaches a destination and he has the niyyah of staying in that place or at that place for more than 4 days, or for 4 days or more, I should say, for 4 days or more. The way to count this 4 days or more is one does not count the day of arrival and one does not count the day of departure. So if you arrived on a Monday, you start counting from the Tuesday. If you departed on the Friday, then you don't count the Friday as one of those days. So when you arrive at a location and you find yourself matching these rules, that you've reached a place, you intend to stay there for at least 4 days or 4 days or more, then you are a resident in that place from the time that you arrive there. Now, the misconception that some people have is that we should count first, and when we reach 4, then thereafter we are no longer a traveler, but that's not the case. The moment we arrive in a place, let's say the person is going on Umrah, then from the time their travel starts, whenever that may be, they will be a traveler. When does it end? If they arrive, let's say they go to Makkah first, they arrive in Makkah al-Mukarramah, but when they arrive there, they have the intention of staying for a week. So 7 days other than the day of arrival and the day of departure. So that's clearly more than 4 days. The moment they arrive, they are already no longer a traveler. So they'll be a traveler from the time they leave the place of residence, right, the area, and they'll continue to be a traveler all the way on the plane and, you know, while taking the journey to Makkah. But once they arrive in Makkah itself, then they are no longer considered a traveler. Why? Because they already have the niyyah of staying there for more than 4 days, excluding the days of arrival and the day of departure. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah.